This is Paul. Yes. There's a little card game called Illuminati. Yeah. And I was just kind of looking through it. It was somewhat of a one of these really, kind of a odd game. I don't really know the rules of it. No. Mm-mm. But I thought that to just kind of break up the lawsuits, we should play a little Illuminati. Yeah. Now, if there's intelligence that are doing anything, yeah. Hitler. Yes, that's an interesting name. When we were at the Guam Airport Hotel, there were quite a few witches that visited in the other rooms. Yeah. And I had once said the vanity of the dead. I heard that Hitler had actually, well, kept some of his semen. Yes. His genetics. Yeah. How he got it, I don't know. Yeah. And it was said that he had some sort of Jewish ancestry. Yeah. If you want to believe those kind of things. Yeah. Could somebody look at the actual individuals that procreated Hitler? Yeah. And their religion? Yeah. And the background of Hitler, the individual? Yeah. Now, the army might remember World War II. Yeah. I told you about that and how Hitler was real good at war. Yeah. The whole blitzkrieg kind of a thing. I want to make it entertaining for those in the military that say, well, we don't watch the videos. But if you have some sort of curiosity as to want to know, was there any intelligence during World War I or World War II that when that national party first started to rise, yeah, that you did actually find out who the parents of Hitler were? Yeah, the grandparents. Now, let's take into consideration the thought of the actual offspring of Hitler. If it were the year 1945 and Hitler was to procreate without the knowledge of the United States, yeah, I'm going to do a date calculation just to approximate. Yeah. Now, Hitler decides to have a sexual relationship with a woman, or numerous women, depending on how they volunteered back then. And the day is, June 6th of 1945. Yes. I just want to look at the approximate age of the actual offspring. If it were one of these hypotheticals where you said, well, it's kind of the height of the actual 1943. 1944. 1945, 75 years ago. Yeah. Hitler might have had a little baby Hitler. And the genetics of the actual family over 75 years. Yeah. If there was this bigger plan of the World War II, yeah, is the Fuhrer himself was going to have thousands of little babies. Yeah. Not necessarily test tube. I mean, he might have been had the similar idea as myself. I'd like to have a twins with each and every woman because of the effect on breast size. He might have done some study on some wombs during the Holocaust. Thought we'd remove them and see what was in there. Could you find out the actual parents of Hitler? Yeah. And then the last 75 years of the possibility of procreation. Now, let's say you're a big Himmler. Yes. Happen to be 75 years old in Clallam County. Yeah. You'd say your own father was Hitler himself. But you never talk about it. But you never talk